Zach, are you crazy?
Welcome, everybody, to the Magnetico podcast. I am your host, Jason, here with my co-host, Cole.
What's going on, everybody?
And we are sitting here on a Thursday night. What is it, October 2nd? 3rd?
It's October 3rd.
October 3rd, Thursday night, and the Mets have a do-or-die game.
It's October 3rd.
You said that already.
I lagged.
You lagged.
I was lagging. My bad.
So, how you feeling about tonight's game?
I'm a little nervous because I feel like they have a lot of momentum, but we have Jose Quintana on the mound, so I mean, obviously I'm nervous, but I feel confident because this team all year, ever since the end of May, has been rallying off each other, just like hitting big in the clutch, pitching big in the clutch. Edwin Diaz most likely will pitch tonight if it comes down to it. So, sorry. Yeah, I'm confident, but I'm nervous. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. That kid at the top of the lineup is something else.
Jackson Choria,
I can't stand him.
he's crazy.
It just seems like every team we play has that one guy that just kills us.
I feel like that's every.
And he started off the opening day killing us. Rookie season, he's having a great year.
Yeah.
But I feel confident
Without
tonight.
Paul Skeens, probably rookie of the year. Oh, no, he's like third. I'd say Paul Skeens, Jackson Merrill, and then Choria.
He's
Jackson
good.
Merrill killed the Mets too, bro. He had a walk-off home run versus the Mets earlier in the year. And Paul Skeens dominated us too. I don't know, dude. It's just everybody's got a Mets killer at this point.
Well, just to be in this situation, I didn't think we'd be there. It's fun to see, but I'd really like to get to this next round, win this game.
If you told us when we were 20-33 or like 22-33, whatever our record was, if you would have told me then that we would be in a game 3 of the wild card series with the Brewers, I wouldn't believe you.
No, I definitely wouldn't. So, but they've got to get the job done, and I think the Mets are a better team than the Brewers.
Brewers got a great bullpen though.
Yeah, they do.
That's where after last night, that's definitely where they get us at. Probably just pitching overall. They have a great pitching staff.
Yeah.
So
go Mets tonight. But what big games you looking for this weekend with football?
I would say the Bucks game, but it's on tonight.
Oh yeah, the Bucks play tonight.
So I'm gonna be switching. I'm just not gonna be switching back and forth. I'm gonna.
The
watch.
Mets are gonna be on the TV upstairs.
The Mets are gonna be on the TV. The Bucks are gonna be on my phone, and then when the Mets game is over, I'll put the Bucks on. But what football games am I looking forward to? I need to look at the schedule because
we got Florida playing UCF. That game's going back and forth on who's favored.
What's the over under for that? I want to know because it's definitely. If I had to guess, it's probably like over under 62.5 or something.
You think there's gonna be a lot of scoring?
Oh yes, that is two bad defenses playing.
59.5.
That's about where I expected it. I'm taking the over on that.
Take the over
For sure.
but it's negative 115, so they know it's gonna be high scoring.
That's why they set the.
Oh,
line.
I know. Actually, it's 61.5 at negative 110.
Dude, maybe I should start setting the lines. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah, both defenses are bad. UCF's got some playmakers, but at
So
Florida
does every team,
Field,
though.
UCF's first ever time in the swamp that I can think of. Yeah, it's gonna be. I give the edge in a close shootout to Florida in this one.
Hey.
Eugene Wilson's back.
Oh, is he?
Pretty sure he's been practicing.
It's a first.
So I look for.
Oh wow, actually a decent slate this weekend. Got Auburn, Georgia.
Georgia's gonna kill him.
Alabama's playing Vanderbilt. That'll be a close one, right? No. Ooh, Missouri, Texas A&M, both 2 ranked teams. I mean, like I said, you're the college football guy. I'm not a big college football. I like watching it, but I feel like I like NFL more just because I know more of the players. I like keeping up with the stats and stuff.
Yeah, I mean college football to me, like I've always said,
I will admit though, sorry to cut you off, but college football is a better like atmosphere
Yeah,
For sure, a better atmosphere than NFL.
But what big NFL games you like other than the Bucks tonight? You think the Bucks are going to win tonight?
Oh, for sure. Let me not say for sure. Obviously, it's a division game. It's not going to be a blowout like if you're playing the Panthers. But I think we're going to come out with the win. We're playing in Atlanta, though. I feel like that's the only bad thing about it. But as we've been playing with the last 3 weeks, our best all-pro first team safeties out. Antoine Winfield, Kalijah Cansey's out. 2 of our receivers are out. Tristan Wirf's a little banged up, but I think it will come out with a win here.
What other big NFL games?
This week is kind of iffy to me. It's not a great week for NFL. Probably the best game this week is Bills Texans, 2-3-1 AFC team. Stephon Diggs he's gonna play his old team. That's probably the best. That's probably the best game of the weekend, which is kind of sad. Ravens-Bengals division matchup. That's always a fun game. Lamar versus Joe Burrow. Cowboys-Steelers. Steelers are going to cook the Cowboys, in my opinion. So many injuries on that defense, and the Cowboys have been unable to stop the run all year. And Steelers are a run-heavy offense.
So. Who's your Power 5 right now in the NFL?
Power 5. Minnesota Vikings at 1, for sure. One of the 2 4-0 teams. As much as everybody's saying it, I have to agree. I feel like Kansas City is not 4. Like, they're not really 4-0. Like, they're 4-0, obviously, but I feel like there's been a lot of things that have, like, led them to be 4-0 that, like, shouldn't have happened. But, hey, they're 4-0. They've won 4 games. You can't really knock them because they've been winning games. But
whether they're getting help from the refs or not.
Okay, the first 2 games, no. The first game, Isaiah Likely's foot was out of bounds. Bless you. That was a good call. The second game was pass interference against the Bengals. But the third game against the Falcons, there was clear pass interference in the end zone on 3rd down on Kyle Pitts, Florida Gator. There was clear pass interference. It was basically the same pass interference that they called versus the Bengals. But it wasn't called. I mean, I guess that's football, though. And then... Yeah, I didn't even watch the game last week versus Chargers, so I don't even know. But 3-1 is probably where I would put them. The Chiefs are still a great team. They're definitely still in the top 5.
Yeah, they'll be there at the end.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna have to knock them off. But
Rashee Rice is injured. Marquise Brown is gonna be out until February probably.
Pacheco's out.
They've had a lot of injuries, and they're still 4-0. I think
Kelsey sucks.
Nah, he
had a good game last weekend.
He woke up. They do play the Saints this week. I do think that the Chiefs will win, though.
Yeah.
I think that the Chiefs will win. The Saints were hot to start the year, but they're 0-2 in their past 2. So I think the Chiefs will win. Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you every single game. So, Bucks Falcons, who you got?
Bucks.
Jets Vikings in. I think it's in
Vikings.
London.
Vikings.
You're not confident in Aaron Rodgers?
They didn't even score a touchdown last week. Let's go. Keep it moving.
Dude, that's so funny. Donna needed like a touchdown for money on what happens?
Oh, the casino gives a bonus bet, $5 if the Jets score a touchdown. She waited from the Thursday night.
She waited 10 days.
She asked us, did the Jets play today? It was like Wednesday. Did the Jets play today? She waited all the way to that Sunday. And then the Jets couldn't even score a touchdown. But they still gave it a $5, so she was happy.
Dude, the Broncos rookie QB threw 60 yards. He threw -7 in the first half.
That was terrible.
And they won the football game.
It's terrible.
Like, it's just crazy. All right, Panthers, Bears.
Bears,
really. I honestly have the Panthers. I like the Panthers and Andy Dalton. I'm not going to lie. I think Bryce Young was the problem. I hate to say it. I still believe in him, but that O-line was not helping him at all. But it kind of seems like they're blocking better for Andy Dalton. But I'll take the Panthers in that one. Browns, Commanders.
I'll go Browns.
That's interesting. Browns are 1-3, by the way.
That's all right. They're going to win.
The Commanders are 3-1.
Listen,
you forget.
Asking me.
I know. I just want to hear your reasoning. That's it. But do you know who the Commanders have at quarterback?
Did the kid get hurt?
No.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's been crazy.
But I
good.
think the Browns are going to win. Cooper's coming back, so
Whatever you say. I got the Commanders.
he's going to have a big game.
Cooper's coming back. He was
Yeah.
never out.
Yeah, he was.
He was out last week?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He's on my fantasy team. He was out.
Gotcha. Dolphins, Patriots. Oh, this is gonna be a snooze fest. I'm not even gonna tune in.
I'll go to the Patriots.
In New England, dude, I believe in the Dolphins, dude. The Dolphins aren't a bad football team. Like, they just don't have quarterback play right now. They have Tyler Huntley at quarterback, who's literally been on the team for a week.
They better call Brady.
That's
the only thing that can help them right now.
They've already been caught tampering once with Tom Brady.
That's not tampering now, unless it's with CBS or whoever he's working for.
I don't think they want to get into that mess again.
They ain't got no other shot.
Colts, Jaguars.
Colts, Jaguars. They are out.
That's actually a good question. I think he's questionable for the game.
Colts, Jaguars.
Name me one player on the Jaguars right now.
Trevor Lawrence. ETN. Like, what are you talking about?
One more.
I'm not,
One more.
I don't know.
You can give me one more on the Jaguars.
On the Jaguars?
Florida Gators linebacker.
Man, I don't know. Does it start with an A?
No, starts with a V. Come on. He had a big game last week versus Texas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ventrell Miller.
Oh, Von Trail. See, it's not Venture, it's Von Trail.
Anthony Richardson is questionable with an oblique strain.
I'll take the Colts.
Jaguars are the only defeated team in the league, so I'll take the Colts. And they got Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco revived his career. Bills, Texans.
Bills, Texans. Dang, that's a good. What are the Texans?
3-1.
3-1.
So are the Bills, though.
Yeah.
Bills got smacked in the mouth last week, though.
Yeah, they're gonna bounce back this week. I'm going Bills.
I'm gonna go with the Texans.
Okay.
The Texans played a good game versus the Jaguars. Not a great game, but they played a good game. The Bills came off a sorry game versus the Ravens. Their defense is not looking good at all. Yep, 200 rushing yards to Derrick Henry alone. I got the Texans in this one. Ravens, Bengals.
Ravens, Bengals.
Bengals are 1-3, dude.
Ravens ain't much better. I mean, the Bengals ain't much better.
I just said the Bengals are 1-3.
Ravens ain't much better. They both.
Ravens are 2-2, but they're on a 2-game win streak with pretty convincing wins.
They're in Cincy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's a tough one. I wonder what the spread is. The spread's got to be close on that game. I'll go Ravens here.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with the Ravens, pretty easily. Raiders, Broncos. Dude, this slate is not great at all.
Raiders, Broncos. I'll go Raiders.
Man, you get the matchup of Gardner Minshew and Bo Nix. Just what I want to watch.
Did you see the Bucks?
Just what I want to watch at 4:00 on a Sunday.
The Bucks are thinking about trying to get a wide receiver from the Raiders.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
It'd be dumb.
You think it'll be dumb?
It'd be dumb. What's the point?
What?
Unless we trade Chris Godwin, but what's the point? There's no what's the point if we don't trade Mike Evans or Chris Godwin? God forbid.
I don't know what they're talking about giving up to get them.
I mean, the Raiders want a second-round pick and a little bit of compensation.
I'd do it. If you could line up Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and this guy.
I mean, that'd be great. It'd be awesome.
If you're trying to really win,
that'd be great. But I feel like it'd be too much of a cluster at wide receiver, dude. We got Jalen McMillan, Cameron Johnson, Trey Palmer. They're young guys. They're still coming up. Trey Palmer had a great year last year as a rookie. Jalen McMillan had a great week 1, but he hasn't really had a big role, and he's injured right now. So, I don't know. So, I mean, Trey Palmer's injured right now, too.
No. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they make a move, if they really believe in Baker and they got a shot.
I know they believe in Baker because, of what he did last year and what he's doing right now. He's probably a top 5 quarterback right now in the league, just based off this season.
Yeah, I can give you that. I ate crow. I said he's playing better than I expected.
I knew he was gonna play this good. When we were talking about this a couple months ago when we signed Baker to that 3-year deal, I liked it. I felt like it was a little bit of an overpay after one good year, but I feel like locking him up for 3 years was good for the team. I feel like all the guys like Baker. That they like playing with him, especially Mike and Chris. They always get the ball. I mean,
I have a problem. I don't believe that Trask is an NFL quarterback.
say it again.
I don't believe that Trask is not an NFL quarterback. Like, why isn't anybody trying? Like, why isn't the Dolphins trying to get Trask? Like, he should be developed.
You got to realize that Trask has not played an NFL game.
I understand, but he should be developed. What's this? 3 years now? Like 3 years on a team. He had all the tools to lead an NFL. Like, if Jacoby Brissett is a quarterback in the NFL, Trask has to be a like. I don't understand.
Realize that Jacoby. You know the reason why Jacoby Brissett is an NFL quarterback, to be the stepping stone for Drake May, their third overall draft pick, because Jacoby Brissett is a savvy veteran who he can learn behind, and Jacoby Brissett can take the hits from that horrible O line to see how Drake May would play under that O line. That's the reason why they have Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, but he's still playing in the NFL as a.
The Patriots are not going to be
Jeff
competitive.
Driscoll gets more playing time than I see Jeff Driscoll in NFL games more than I see in college.
When did you see Jeff Driscoll in an NFL game?
He came in when Jaden Daniels got hurt. First game of the year. He only came in for a play or two, but he came in.
Yeah, because we were blowing him out so bad.
Oh, you talking about the Bucks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
we were blowing him out so bad. Like,
I mean, I just think that he should be developed, and teams should there's got to be. I just don't hear anything about him. I'm not saying he should be playing over Baker. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying we should have a piece there to trade and give him an opportunity to go somewhere else and lead a team.
I do want to see Trask do something in the NFL, because I do kind of feel like he's literally been our backup.
He doesn't have the greatest arm, downfield arm. I get that. But precision passing and the right situation, I think I don't know necessarily in Miami that would be a great fit with Tyreek Speed.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
he's accurate, and he made good decisions. Now it was at the college level. Maybe he can't process. Maybe he can't process the different packages and stuff that the NFL throws at you. But I expected more out of it.
I think he will. Excuse me. I don't think he will be what he was ever.
Well, I mean, being a backup quarterback in the NFL is probably the best gig ever.
I'm not gonna lie,
it's probably the best,
especially
gig
sitting behind a guy like Baker Mayfield. Like, Baker Mayfield is one of those guys where if he's hurt, he's gonna play through it.
Yeah, but he's not even the second string in Tampa, is he?
Yes, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Trask is okay. That's better.
He is now. When Tom Brady was there, it was Blaine Gabbert, then Trask. And last year, I think it was Trask again.
I think Gabbert was there again.
I don't think Gabbert was
here.
there. I don't think Gabbert was there.
So Trask is number 2 right now on the deck.
Yeah. So if Baker got hurt.
Do I need to fact check you
I
on
remember last year when Baker got hurt in the Colts game. Kyle Trask came in for one play in the end zone, and he threw a fantastic ball, but it was dropped by Trey Palmer. I remember that. Yeah. It was great because I was rooting for him. I was rooting for Trask. He's on my favorite NFL team. He's on my favorite college team, and I saw what he did in that final year in Florida. I want him to succeed, but I don't feel like the Bucs would be.
Well, I mean, they can't really trade him now if he's the only really legitimate. I mean, because if Baker went down, I have to feel like he's ready to go.
Yeah.
You've had him for 3 years. How's he not ready? So that's a good backup, I guess, to have. Because Baker does move around a lot. So he is,
Dude, Baker might end his career in Tampa. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I feel like he likes playing here. And he likes the coaching, and he likes the players. I don't feel like he's going to go anywhere anytime soon.
You see Brady took a shot at him?
No, I didn't. What did you say?
So during the game, they were discussing a quote that Baker said about how they changed the culture and everything in the locker room and just having fun and letting guys, play and be loose and not so tight and wound up. And basically Tom Brady was saying, well, when you win Super Bowls, you got to be like that. You got to, and it was interesting because you could see the competitive spirit in Brady still kind of there. Brady. I feel like Brady low-key wanted to suit up calling that game. He knew what Mike Evans gonna do. But that's him because he was in the NFL for so long. That's what made Romo good at the beginning.
Yeah,
they know the ins and outs of the game.
Who's better, Tony Romo or Troy Aikman?
I'm a Troy Aikman. I mean, I just grew up with Troy Aikman, so I go Troy Aikman.
I mean, that's the correct answer anyway. So
you mean in the booth? Or on the field?
No, on the field.
Oh, that's not even
Yeah.
close. I thought you meant in the booth.
I was kind of wondering why you had to think about that.
Well, I mean, because a lot of people thought Tony Romo, or maybe some still do, was one of the best announcers there is because of how he could predict a play and know what was coming and all
for
that
sure.
stuff.
Oh, for sure.
But I think that just comes with being a quarterback. There's so much information in your head.
Yeah.
That's why Peyton Manning is, on that show with his brother.
Yeah.
Him and Eli, they're able to see things that the normal person isn't going to see.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see Emmitt Smith wants to coach the Gators?
Really? That'd be interesting, I feel like. I don't feel like. Has he even ever coached anywhere?
That's why I asked on Twitter. People were like, yes or no. Like, oh, no, we don't need him, blah, blah, blah. Maybe the running backs. I asked what his Madden record was. Like, I don't even, does he coach?
I've never even heard of Emmitt Smith coaching.
Now, Emmett don't have the flash and the star power of Dion.
Yeah.
But, Emmett on Florida's staff with a really good OC and DC could be good for the program.
Yeah, it could.
But
for recruitment.
Yeah, but outside of that, like, your son went to another school. So, like, and I don't, your son's a growing up young man. He can make his own decision wherever he want to go. Maybe he didn't want to follow in Pop's footsteps. I get that. But I don't know if Emmett's the answer.
Bro, you saying Emmitt Smith to me, like, is bringing up the running back on the Boise State Broncos, Ashton Genty. Have you been seeing what he's doing?
No.
I need to tell you his stats through 5 games. He is disgusting. Dad, when I tell you, his line for this week against I think he's playing like Utah or something, Utah State. His line for this week is 196.5 yards.
The over-under is
196.5 yards and 2.5 touchdowns. That isn't. Did you see his game last week?
No.
This is his regular season stats. Boise State has played 4 games, 82 carries, 845 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's only rushing.
What's the average? What's that average out
10.3.
Jeez, 10.3 yards a carry.
And last week, he had 26 carries for 259 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow. He's averaging a first down every time he touches the ball.
And week 1 against Georgia Southern, he had 20 carries for 267 yards and 6 touchdowns. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, if he's not the Heisman favorite, I don't know who is.
Speaking of running backs for a second, and the Gators with Emmitt Smith, the running back of Montrell, what's his name?
Montrell Johnson.
Run. Like, what are you doing?
I'm saying.
You're a senior. Run. Why are you tiptoeing in the backfield? And maybe it's the blocking scheme. You got to wait for the guard to pull, which we don't have freaking linemen that can do that. I don't understand. We got 2 offensive line coaches. I don't know what's going on. But, man, when you get handed the ball, run.
Yeah.
Run north and south and make a juke, but just tiptoeing and waiting for things to develop, man. Go. You're big. Run some people over. Get some yards. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the Gators.
Yeah, we're at this point in the season where it's just
and I still think we can beat UCF.
Yeah.
Like the talent that we have there, but
after last week, I feel like we definitely have a chance. But like, I'm not bashing. That's not bashing Colorado at all. Colorado's honestly,
I still think we're better than Colorado.
That's interesting.
I still do.
That's interesting.
Which
if we lose to UCF, we're not.
No, I have to see us dominate. I want to see us beat UCF like UCF got beat by Colorado.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see because I do think that, especially if it was in, I don't think we can go to Colorado and beat them too. But at Florida Field, at the Swamp, I don't think Colorado could play with us. They would score some points.
Yeah,
they would, but I think across the board, athletically, I think we're too much. I think we're too much for UCF. I thought that one when they beat us, but that game was kind of crazy because we didn't.
I would maybe think that we were better than Colorado if we had a better defense, and our offense is not as good as Colorado's at all. Anyway,
yeah.
So
something.
Our defenses are on par, but like I feel like Colorado's offense is significantly better than ours.
Last episode we talked about the UNLV kids basically boycotting that. boycotting, but holding out, striking, if you will.
Yeah.
I think something else is going to happen this coming up season that's going to be new and like, oh my gosh, now what? You know how in the past players, because I just mentioned the UCF Florida game, players didn't play every year, bowl time. I'm not going to play. I'm going to the NFL. Da da da. No, we're paying you a salary now.
So they're gonna be like,
you know what I mean?
You have to play.
You have to play.
Yeah.
I think now you're gonna see the colleges going, no. You're gonna play in this bowl game. Like Georgia and Florida State. If Florida State really thought they were the national champions last year, right?
They would have played.
Like
they would have stood up for their team and
they would have
played
stood
that
up
game.
for their team. And as a program, you would want to demand that. No, we're going to go out here and show everybody and play Georgia and beat them, or at least play with them.
Yeah, but if we're being serious, they're not winning that game at all.
But I think you're going to see that. It's not, with the playoffs the way it is, people are going to want to play because it's the playoff and it expands it, right?
Yeah. I'm actually really excited to see it expand the playoffs.
But those teams on the bubble of getting into the playoffs that are playing another bowl game that they put together, and for recruitment and everything and building momentum, you're in the top 20. You know what I mean? You're top 20 in the nation. You want to go out and put on a good performance against another good team. These teams are paying big money for these guys, for these kids. I'm gonna say guys, these kids to play. Yeah. I think you're gonna see that this year. You're gonna see you're playing. You signed a contract, and then you're gonna get more lawsuits and more. And
that's a good point to bring up.
I thought about that. Just popped into my head.
I mean, that's a good point. I mean, they're paying them this money, and like, even if they're going to the NFL, I feel like they might just be like, "Yeah, you're gonna play in this bowl game."
Yeah, more the reason.
It might depend if because it's like a 6-6 team, we make it.
Well, that's why these things have to, like we said on the last podcast, these things have to be in the contract, negotiated, in writing. If we don't make the playoff your senior year, you want to sit out for injury reasons and preserve your body, like that all should be in there.
But I feel like that's just like excuse my language, like an asshole thing to do as like a program to like, if you got a great talent and you know he's going to the NFL and you like know that they don't want to play in the bowl game and get hurt and you make them play, I feel like that's like an asshole thing to do.
I mean, you say that.
But
if it's a kid in college like it used to be, yeah.
Yeah,
but if you're making $2 million a year, or you got $1 million your freshman year, and over the next 3 years got another 2.5, and we've given you over $3.5 million, you're playing. Yeah, it comes down to business at that point.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
It sounds like an asshole thing.
You got to look at it from like a business standpoint.
Yeah,
because they're giving this guy or guys all this money, and like they're gonna sit out of a game. They probably don't want that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
That's an interesting point that you just brought up.
Good episode, and
it's kind of all over the place, but
we got that's all right. We got to get ready for this Mets game.
Peace.